We will be starting. So at least if you're in a place where you know you have a device, you can share your screen and show us what you did concerning the assignment. Please, I would like for you to raise your hand so that, because today it's all about, we'll be doing revision for that assignment. So I would like somebody, now this is how it's going to be. The first person would solve the one for the gifts. That's the one we use the ifs to do for gifts. Then another person would do for the count if female sheet. Another person would do for the count ifs male sheet. So I just need 3 persons. You have to be in a quiet place. You also have to be able, you're joining with a device, especially maybe your laptop, and you can share. So please, if you meet these criteria and you want to show us what you did and how you were able to come about it, please just raise your hand and help us do that. Okay, I have just one hand raised. I'm expecting to see a whole lot of hands raised. So I'm surprised it's just one I have. Okay, I have 2 now. Okay. Favor, you shouldn't be raising your hand in the chat. Raise your hand in the participant area so that this thing can come up. Okay, so Trevor, you can unmute. Trevor, unmute. Hello, good evening.
Hello, sir. Yes, good evening, sir.
Okay, so I just wanted to be sure you're
Okay.
audible. Okay, so I'm going to give you permission now to share.
All right. So I'm going to share the one for, okay, I've loaded some here. All right. Can you be able to see my screen?
It's coming up. Okay, it's up now.
Okay, so let me do the one for the count ifs. So just a minute.
No, I want the first one to be the one on the gifts, the ifs. That's the one
Oh, the
where
ifs.
you said the gifts. You did that
Oh,
one, right?
okay. Pardon?
You did that, right?
Yes, I did it. I did it. Okay. So maybe one can go can go on. I'm having an issue here.
Okay. Cornelius, can you unmute?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can share your screen.
Okay, sir. So, can you see my screen?
Not yet. It's not up yet.
Okay.
I think you're having issue sharing your screen. Your screen is not coming up. Favor, can you unmute?
Evening, everybody.
Yeah, good evening.
Evening, sir. This stuff now, because I using my phone for the Zoom, while my laptop is for the work and everything that I'm doing. So I don't know how I'm going. I'm trying to connect now via my laptop.
Oh, we cannot wait for that. We thought you had connected already.
Yeah.
Okay. So who else? Williams. William, you can unmute.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Are you ready for
Thank
us?
you. Okay, so let me open the file.
Share your screen. I need to be sure you can even share the screen for us to see.
Let me get there.
You're having issues sharing your screen?
No, I had minimized the Zoom. Let me share it now. Can you see the screen, sir?
Yes, I can. Take us to the
Are you able to see my screen, sir?
yes, but what I'm still seeing here is the screen where you have, that's the welcome screen where you have different this thing. Have you moved to the screen where the work is? Hello, Williams, what's happening now? Oh, why all of you? You're delaying we don't have so much time now. Okay, Mohammed, on mute.
I'm there. Can you see my screen now, sir?
Okay, I can see it now.
Okay, so here I created this legend here.
Okay, please hold on. Okay, please, I will need somebody to moderate this for me. So please, if you're in a quiet place where you know you're audible, please, can you just lift your hand? I will unmute you so that you can. So basically what I just need you doing is you're in the class seeing what he's doing, and at the same time, you're checking the chat area to see people's comment and communicate to him so that whatever people's concern are, he can hear about it and make amends. So if you're in a place where you can help us with that, please just lift your hand or just raise your hand so that I will unmute you to do that for us. So basically, you're just the middleman between the class and the person teaching, so that whatever is people's concern, you can always relate to him. Please, who is ready to do that for us? Okay. Okay. I have plenty hands now. Let me choose. Let me see. Damilola, on mute. Let me see your sound. If your sound is okay.
Okay. Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello?
Okay, I'm with you. I
Okay.
can hear you clearly.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
Damilola, you just be in the class, seeing what he's doing, then at the same time, checking people's comments
Okay.
to relate same information back to him.
Okay. All right. No problem.
Okay, so Williams, you can go on from there. So Williams, please take off what you've done here, everything you have under that gift, and then possibly take off even the total side so that you can show us also how you got your total when you get to that part. Then show us how you got all of these gifts. So basically, just start from the beginning. Let's see how you're able to come about this.
Okay. And let me delete this.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so here I have
Okay.
a column for gift.
All right.
Then for this legend, you asked us to do a legend with quantity and give. And here
And just delete them. Yeah.
here we have key from 1 to 5. We have keychains. The people who bought from 1 to 5, we have keychains. From 6 to 10, hand fan. From 10 to 15, mugs. From 16 to 20, t-shirts. From 21.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. From 21 to 25, blenders, and from 26 to 30, they will receive iPhones as gifts. So now we have to create in this column. We have to create in this column using this quantity. We have to create in this column to know which of the customers will receive which gift. So here I will be using if. I'll be using the form. I will put a formula of if here, and I will.
Mr. Williams, sorry,
Sir.
please. Are you saying, is it if we want to, do you mean to say ifs or if, or nested if?
If
Which
with
one?
F, because we have
That's
different
ifs, right?
criteria
Okay,
here.
okay. Okay, I just want to get you correctly. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, ifs with F with the S.
Okay, all right. Because you have multiple
Yeah.
variations, right? Okay, it's all right.
So I will start my formula with equals to sign. I will put the function, which is ifs. Now, I am using this quantity. I will say if this quantity is less than or equals to 5, is less than or
No,
equal
that's
to,
greater than right there.
hey,
Mr. William, that's greater than right there.
okay, sorry,
Sorry.
is less than or equal to, or
Sorry, Williams. I just want to know, is this Excel or Google Sheets you're using?
this one is this is online Excel.
Okay. Because I know this one is very different from the Excel I know.
This is the
Yeah, it's not
online
looking. It's not
version
looking
I told you
familiar.
I'm using.
Okay, go ahead.
Is less than or equal to 5. Is less than or equal to 5. Then comma, I will open inverted commas open. Then the person will receive as gift keychain or key holder, sorry.
Key holder. Okay.
I will close. Then I will say comma.
Okay. Mr. William, sorry to interrupt you. Someone just asked in the chat room the name of the Excel sheet you are using. Can you just mention it for every one of us,
I
please?
just said it right now that it is Excel online.
Okay, is that what? Okay, once someone type Excel online, someone is going to get something like this.
Pardon.
I mean, once someone press Excel online on probably on Chrome or whatsoever, it's going to lead you to something like this.
No, because I have account for 365. I have company
Okay.
account for
Okay,
365.
so
So from
okay,
there
I
now I can
understand.
connect to online.
It's all right, sir. You can continue,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. And if T2 is less than or equal to 6, comma,
Hmm.
the person will receive hand fan. Yeah. 1 minute, please. Hand fan. And there, if you want to explain it, I'm online. Please, 1 minute. I'm coming. Let me explain something. 1 minute. Okay. I will continue. Equal to this time around.
Mr. Williams, sorry to
Yes.
interrupt you, please. Someone just asked a question that it would be good for you to explain why you use less than equal to in the first logical text. In the first logical text where you wrote I2 less than or equal to 5, that is it possible for you to explain that?
Less than or equal to 5.
Yes, that is it. Why is it possible for you to
Yes.
explain why you chose to use less than or equal to 5? Just the way Mr. Ike would have explained that. That is it possible for you to explain that? Is it possible?
Yeah.
Like your reason?
If you, because the criteria in which we are working for the key holder is from 1 to 5. If
Okay.
you don't choose less than 5, it will not give you the criteria of key holder.
If you don't choose less than or equal to 5,
Less
because
than or
5 is
equal
also
to
fine.
5.
Okay.
It will
Okay.
not give
Okay.
you that. It will not give you this criteria. It will give you something else. But we are working between 1 to 5. So
Okay.
if you don't choose less than 5, less than or equal to 5, it will give you. It will not fall within
That range.
that range. Okay, thank you.
Okay. On a personal note, the key holder, if I can see clearly, I'm seeing I2 less than or equal to 10. Is that syntax? Are you sure it's going to work like that? Do you
Less
mean
than
to
or equal
write?
to.
Yeah, that means I2 is less than or equal to 10. Do you mean to say less than or equal to? I just want to understand.
No, it is supposed to be less than 10. Less than or
Okay.
equal to
So,
10.
all right. All right. Continue, sir.
And this one also will be less than or equal to 15.
Okay. That's fine. Someone brought this thing out. That's what I'm asking.
Less than or equal to 15.
It's all right.
The
That's
person will
mock, right?
receive mock,
Okay.
comma, if T2 again is less than or equal to 20, comma, that person will receive T
T-shirt.
T-shirt. Oh, will receive T-shirt. And I will continue, comma, if this same T2 is less than or equal to, I finish with 20. Now I will go for 25,
Okay.
comma, that person will receive blender.
Yeah.
I will continue. If this T2, if T2 is less than or equal to,
That's I2. I2.
okay, I2. I'm sorry, I don't have good light here. I am not seeing my screen very well. I'm sorry.
Is I could understand, sir.
This one is iPhone. The person will receive, no, or equal to 30. This person will receive iPhone. Am I right?
You're correct, sir.
Okay. I think here we finish. So we'll close our bracket and we press enter to see if you see here we have 23 fall within the range 21 to 25, and we see that the person has received a blender. So I will click here and double click here, and it will give us for all the other
Gift items.
customers. So for example, here, this customer bought 17 items, and here 17 is between 16 and 20, and the person has a T-shirt, confirming that what we did is correct. Here 23, and we see that 23 falls between 21 and 25, and we have blender. So I think we are correct. Now, we have to know the total number of people
Who would
who
get key holder?
received key holder.
Okay.
We have to know the total number of people who receive key holders. So here,
Okay. We're already appreciating your work. Well done, sir.
thank you. Here, we're going to count.
Okay, you mean that count if now, right? Is that what you mean to say?
Yes, count if.
Okay.
Here, we'll put the formula equal to no, here we'll do, yes, we're going to count. Let me see.
Are you talking or because I can't hear anything from my end? Are you
Yes,
saying
no, I
something?
didn't say anything.
Okay, okay,
We're
okay.
going to count the number of people who receive blenders.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to count if.
Mr. Williams,
Yes.
is it possible for someone to give a suggestion now, or maybe we should wait till you are done? Someone just indicated that he has a suggestion, but I feel we can just round up with this section first before the person suggests. Would that be all right?
Okay.
So as not to, so as, okay. I think any suggestion can just come after his session, so that will not be like, breaking into what he's doing. Thank you very much, Mr. Trevor. Okay, Mr. Williams can continue, sir. Sorry
Okay.
for the interruption. Sorry.
Okay, thank you. We're going to count now. We're going to choose the range.
Okay.
T2. No, I think we will write, we are counting for blenders. Okay, we write T2.
The range, I think the range should cover, just if you can just simply highlight the gift in total, like that's the range. I think that's the range you are looking for. If you're actually going to work on the range, I think the range should be based on, I
Okay.
feel so. Yes, exactly, sir.
Okay, thank you. Then we're going to have the criteria.
Material, exactly.
Here,
You're doing
we'll
well.
put blender. Yeah, blender. Then we close. And then we have the
Yeah.
75 people.
Is it Blender? You actually put Blender in
Oh,
front of the key holder. You can just correct that, sir.
sorry. I've seen my mistake.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's correct it from up here, please. From up here,
The formula
we
bar.
put key holder.
There are double arrows also.
Okay, thank you. Here we have 88.
Okay.
Oh, it is not giving us everything. I think we'll go one after the another. Okay. We'll go to count if.
Since you're using count if, it has to be one after the other.
We choose the criteria, the range, and our criteria will be hand
Fun. Okay.
hand fun.
Yeah.
Close the bracket. There we have 81. Okay. Since I'm working with the same, I will copy. I'll copy this here. I will change this to mock. Change this.
Okay.
I will change this to T-shirt. Oh. Okay, there is a mistake here, just like Mr. Ike told us. If there is any mistake in spelling, you will not get your function correct. So
Yeah.
here I spelled T-shirt wrongly and it gave us a 0, means it does not identify anything here as T-shirt with underscore.
Underscore, yes.
So I will go back to correct it and I will put T-shirt with hyphen and see. And there we have 91.
All right.
Here I will do same. I already have my formula. I will just change what I need to change there. Blender 75. And same here. I will paste my formula. Oh, hand fan. I will paste my formula and I will change this hand fan to iPhone.
Okay.
Okay. Here I have my total. Now we need to check if this total will give us the total number of customers we had.
Okay.
So I will just click somewhere and I will put the function for sum.
Okay.
I will put sum and I will take this. There we have 500. This we have 500. So I've summed all this total, the total number of gifts. It has given us 500. And where we have 500 customers, it means what we did here is correct. So
Okay.
far, so good. This is I can remember this is the first assignment which was given to us. I don't know if maybe somebody has a question to ask or a suggestion to make or a further explanation. I didn't really explain detailedly because actually I am on duty in the hospital and I have some interruption. So I had to just do fast and so that I finish, then I attend to my patient. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Well done, sir. Maybe before we go far, there's one Mr. Trevor here who said he has a suggestion based on the formulas you've used so far. We can just allow him to state clearly what he thinks you can do better from your syntax, from your formulas. Mr.
Okay.
Trevor, please, can you just unmute and come up with your suggestion, sir?
Okay, so the way I think we should do it is if you have any suggestion or any of these things so that we don't waste time, please just type it in
The chat box.
so that it will just be read out.
Okay.
Because we have other hands raised. And I don't want to believe all of those hands are for suggestions so that we don't mix it up.
Okay.
So anybody with a suggestion, please type it out. It will be read out to him. Okay. So at this point also, if you have any question, okay, Trevor, you're insisting you want to talk. Okay, I'm not seeing
Okay,
your
let me
hand
check
raised.
it.
Trevor, raise your hand. I will ask you to unmute. Okay. So Trevor, you can
Let me
unmute
check
now.
if data, I will call you.
Oh, okay. Hello, am I audible enough?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so my suggestion was, okay, so first of all, thank you for the amazing work, William. So my concern was, let's say now you are working with large data set, so it will be a bit hectic for you to keep on repeating for that part of gifting. So when you are doing the one for the county for the key holder, so my suggestion was you could have referenced where under the gifts just next to 1 to 5 the key holder which is around n something, and is it n11? Yeah, n11. So you could have just pressed in, and then now you could have double click on that, and then it will have applied to the rest of the gifts. Yeah, so at least it could save you enough time. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. I understand what you're saying. Thank you very much. Yeah.
William, somebody is saying show us. So
Can you just show us
prevent-
what he meant by the explanation? Can
Okay.
you just demonstrate what he said? Yes.
Okay, what he means is here, for example, let me remove this one, 81, this, and this. So what he meant is we put the formula, we say count if where we put this range as our range, then we put criteria. Then we reference this. Oh, okay, I understand. We'll reference here instead, not the N11. We will reference here under GIF. We will reference under.
Our moderator, why do you keep muting yourself? You're supposed to stay unmuted. What's happening? Please unmute yourself.
Okay, sorry, I'm with you now.
This referencing is not going on.
But is that the explanation he made?
Yeah, I think that's what he was saying here, that we put the count, we put the formula and we reference the cell so that when we double click here at the end, it will automatically do for this.
Okay, someone typed in the chat box that instead of trying to click the key holder, that the key holder shows on N11, column N11.
Yes.
That what if you just type N11 just like that? But from my opinion, let me not skip my opinion for now, but that's what someone said.
That we just click N11.
Yes, okay, comma,
Yes.
okay, inverted colon, then N11. That what someone said. N11.
No. Just so that we can move fast now, let me come in. So
All right.
after your comma, you don't need any inverted comma. So comma, you pick your what is it called? Just pick key holder, the cell where you have key holder. So that's the criteria.
Okay.
Then close your bracket. That's all.
Oh.
So let's drag down.
So now you see.
Okay.
Moment.
Thank you so very much.
Yes,
sir.
because you reference the cell, it can also find all of these other ones in that range and
And drag
return
it down.
this thing for them.
Okay, thank you so very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
That's a good one. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, so I want to believe, is there any other question, moderator?
Like people are commenting already. I think he did exactly what majority are expecting. So that's a thumbs up from majority of us here.
Okay. So I believe we can move on to the next one.
I believe so, sir.
Okay, so please, who's taking us through the next one? That's the COUNTIFs sheet for females.
Okay, thank you. Let me stop sharing my screen for now since another person will come up.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay, I think I have, let me see. Let me look for somebody who possibly has not spoken in class. Kesmon, is this Kesmon? Kesmon Osato.
Thank you. Hey, 1 minute.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, Kesmon.
Yeah, yes, I'm with you, sir.
Okay, so you can go ahead, share your screen.
Okay.
Okay. What's happening? Your screen is not coming up.
Yeah, is it up now?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
It's coming up now.
All right. So, good evening, everyone. Let me try and take up this second part of the
Moderator,
assignment.
over to you.
All right, no problem. I'm with you. That was a COUNTIF females, right?
Yes, COUNTIF females.
Okay.
Okay, so from the main sheet, which is the raw sheet we were given, the instruction was to create a column that has the country, then the product number we are looking out for. So this is what I've done for the assignment, but I will just repeat it on the new sheet. to explain basically what happens here.
All right.
Okay. So I'll just create a new sheet, copy out the country
Countries.
into sheet 1. Paste. So this country has so many duplicates from what the instructor told us. So we need to remove the duplicate and get about 46. So I'll just select this country. I go to my data tab, remove duplicate. So the country duplicates removed. So you can see I've got 454 duplicates. So yeah, so which amounts to 46 unique numbers. So that's it. So I give this column my serial number equal to sequence.
Okay.
So I know my group.
Are you using a serial number just to be able to demonstrate the function, the usage of the sequence, right? Is that the reason?
Yes. I'm just using serial number to portray.
Meaning that meaning that even without the serial number, you can still go ahead with the task. It's possible, right?
Yes. But I just needed to clarify that we actually have 46. So I know my country 46. So let me just take 50.
Okay, noted.
So I'll just take 50 column 1, start from 1 and step 1. Close my bracket equal to. So you can see that gives me 46 number. 46, okay. So I've created the country. So the next horizontal row is to get the product number. For time's sake, I just copy this out, the product number. Yeah, then paste here. That gives me my product. Okay. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Yeah. Sorry, before you go far, someone just called your attention to the speed at which you were going down. Can you just simply repeat the first 2 steps you did?
Okay.
And probably reduce the speed at which you are moving.
The first thing was to go to the raw sheet. Okay. From that raw sheet, I just copied out the country. Okay. Then paste it into this column. Now, in this column, you have so many of the country. Then I try to remove duplicates by selecting the country, data tab.
Into data, yes.
Data tab, remove duplicates. Okay. So when I did that, all the duplications were removed to get 46. Okay. So from there, I just gave it a serial number using sequence function. I could equally just use 1, 2, 3, 4, copy everything and drag down. So, but the sequence function is good where you have large number. Instead of dragging down, you just keep it up with the sequence. Okay. Yeah, is that clear now? Then the next thing I did was to insert the products on the horizontal column, so which I've copied out. So because we're going to look at count ifs here, because the function of the count ifs is to count cells based on multiple criteria. Because the assignment here says we want to know the females from each particular country that bought product 1. So this gives us 3 different parameters to look out for. So the next thing is to use the COUNTIFs function. So which is equal to COUNTIFs.
Hello, sir. Sorry, please. Can
Okay.
you just place your cursor on the A2 to show the formula for the sequence? Someone asked a question based on that. Just place your cursor on A2. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's A2 exactly fine. So
Yeah, you just
the person
say
requested you explain what that means, please, before
Oh.
you go further.
Okay. So I'll clear this out.
Okay.
So this
fine.
is serial number. I could equally do this 1, 2, 3,
And drag down from there. Okay.
and drag down
All right.
to give me 46. Okay. But what I did was just to do sequence function.
Okay.
It's just equal to sequence. How many rows do I want? I need 46. 46,
46 rows. Okay.
comma, 1 column.
Columns, right?
I'm
Okay.
starting from 1. I need a step of 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I need a step of 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I choose 5. But I need a step of 1. Close my brackets, enter.
I think the person who asked this question has gotten it.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
You can move on,
All
sir.
right. So like I said, we're looking at 3 parameters. We want to know all the customers from a particular country that bought a particular product and the sex, which is female. So on this sheet now, I'd say equal to COUNTIFs. Okay, so I go back to my raw sheet. I'm taking the gender. Okay, I'll just pick my gender, which is column D, comma. I'm looking at the parameter here now is female. Females, close the brackets, comma. That's for parameter 1. I'm looking at products. The product column here is this. So if I click this, comma, then the parameter here now is, I'm looking at product 1. Product 1. I close the bracket, comma. The last parameter I'm looking at for is the country. So if I highlight this country, comma, like the instructor said, since we are going to be looking at different countries, we just pick one of them as a yardstick. So I go back to this sheet and select this USA, which is B2. So you can see if I click B2, this country is selected. I just close my bracket, enter. That gives me 6. So what this means is that I've got 6 females from USA that bought product 1. So if I drag down this, all my worries, all the questions I've got for product 1 will be solved. So that's everything for product 1. So basically product 2 is the same thing. The only difference here is in this formula, I'm going to key in product 2. So I just go back there for time's sake. So if I go back there, equal to count ifs, go back to my original sheets. I'm looking at gender, comma, open quotation, still looking out for females, close quotation, comma. Then I'm looking at products, comma, open quotation. Like I said, the difference here will now be product 2. Product 2, close the quotation, comma, highlighting the country, comma, go back to my sheets and select 2. Okay. Close bracket. You can see for product 2, I've got 2 females from USA that bought product 2. So select down. So that gives that. So like I said, for time's sake, this is what I did for the assignment. I repeated everything like that. So to check if you correct, you just highlight everything and get the total, which we know that the total for female will be 281. So for example, if I cut out this, say no, delete. So for example, I say total equal to sum from C2 down to L47, bracket close, enter. So that gives me total of 281, which means what I've done is correct. So like I said, for the class purpose, I've only done product 1, product 2. Basically, it's the same formula. For product 3, the only changes here will now be, I'm looking out for product 3. Product 4, I renamed to product 4. So that's basically what I did here to get this. So I think that's clear enough. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sato.
Yeah.
So, moderator, do we have questions? He's our moderator. You keep muting yourself. Please unmute.
Okay. Sorry, I think you muted me from your end. I could not unmute from my end.
Oh,
That's
you
why I was
muted
surprised.
yourself. Anytime you mute yourself, you'll not be able to unmute. I'm the only one that
Oh,
unmute
I
you.
think it was involuntary. Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, just to add, someone tried to ask a question that I can also use unique formula. That's very correct. Unique formula to get the duplicates. Then even Power Query. I can also use Power Query because I have Office 365 registered version. So like these things has so many ways of doing it. Unique formula, correct.
Okay.
But what I did was just to go to Data tab and remove my duplicate. Thank you. Any other question?
Noted, sir. So someone raised a suggestion in the chat box that the way you were repeating the formulas for different products, that you could just simply copy the first formula for that product 1. You know, the first formula you made was for product 1. That you can just simply copy the product 1 formula and paste it on the formula bar for each of the products. So what you just do is, if you want to do product 2, you just edit the product 1, rename to product 2, enter to get that. If you want to do product 3, you edit the product 2, put product 3, enter, instead of repeating all the syntaxes, one after the other. Do you understand my
Yeah, very
explanation,
well.
sir?
Very
So
well.
someone raised that in the chat box, so I said let me call your attention to that.
Yeah.
Someone also said, can you demonstrate the unique formula? I don't know if the tutor will allow that. If you can use it, is it possible you demonstrate the unique formula?
No, I
Is it
didn't
possible?
use that. I didn't use that yet, but I'm aware you can use a unique
This can
formula.
be used. Okay.
Yes.
All right. It's
But
all
I
right.
have more knowledge with the Power Query, but that's
Power
only
Query.
possible in 365.
365. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, sir. I don't know if there's any. Let me check. Okay.
Okay.
Someone said you could use the dollar signs to drag. I don't know. I'm not aware of that, but are you aware of that, sir? If you can use the dollar sign to drag down.
Oh, for functions.
For like, when you finish the syntax for product 1, you need to double click or drag down to get
Okay.
other figures. So the person said it's possible you use the dollar sign to drag down. No, I don't know if
Israel
Ike will
John,
attest to
Israel
that.
John, why are you drawing on his screen now?
Yeah, this is
the
distracting.
more
Honestly, Israel John, please.
Okay, I think from my own end, Mr. Ike, I think you can just come in now, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I think the person that will do mail for us should probably use the unique formula in his own approach, so that those that are asking for unique can see how it is done. So who is doing mail for us? How many hands do we still have raised? So the person doing mail, please, you can make use of the unique formula.
Okay.
All right, so I'll stop sharing.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
Thank you very much.
Well done,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you too. See you
Okay.
later.
Samuel, can you unmute?
Don't also mention Power Query. This formula should be demonstrated.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, Samuel, good evening.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. All right, can I share my screen?
Okay, go ahead. Samuel, you know how to use the unique formula, right?
Yes, sir. Can you see my screen, sir?
Not up yet.
Not yet, sir.
Can you see?
Still not up.
Still not up. I don't know why my share tab is not showing here, my share button. All right, okay.
Okay, you can see.
Samuel, why did you mute yourself now? Please unmute.
All right. Okay, sorry about that. So this is what I did for the count ifs mail sheet. So this is what I did. We got the different mail from the different countries who bought product 1, product 2, up to product 10, and we had the total, that is 219 mail from USA and the different countries.
Mr. Samuel, please.
Yes, sir.
Can you just open a new
Yes,
sheet
a new
to
sheet. We're
demonstrate
going to
that?
do that. Yeah, all right.
Okay.
We're going to open the new sheet. And in this new sheet, we're going to start with the countries. So I will type in here countries.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'll type in here country, and then on this next column, I will type in product 1. Product 1. Okay, I will not want to type in product 1, product 2, product 3, and to product 5. So what I will do, I will just simply drag from here to where I will have product 10. So when I drag, I have product 1 up to product 10. So what I will do is just to adjust the cells, the different columns to suit in my informations. I can double click, I can enlarge it by dragging.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have these different cells. Okay, I can decide to increase the size so that at least it should be visible and make it bold, centralize it.
Okay.
I can add, let me see, I want it to look more classic and beautify the thing.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So at least it look presentable, right?
Yes, very well.
All right. Okay. What we want to do now is to bring the different countries here. We want to use the unique formula so that we'll remove all duplicates while bringing it from the count if sheet here to this our new sheet.
Okay.
So in this column, we have the different countries. So we're going to go to this our new sheet and use the unique formula to bring those countries to this new sheet. Hope you are following.
Very well, sir.
Okay, I'm going to type in my formula equals to unique. So here I have the unique formula.
Okay.
So I will double click on it. When I double click on it, it tells me array. So
array is
I'm going to go to our sheet and collect my array. My array is from the country column. So I will click on this USA, hold Control Shift down arrow to select everything on that column.
Okay.
And then I'll close my bracket and hit enter. Hope it's understood. Yeah, when
Very
I
well,
hit
but
enter,
you can repeat that. You can repeat that.
Can I? All right,
Yes.
let me repeat. So I'll start by entering my formula. I said we're going to use the unique formula. For those who do not have the unique formula on their Excel version, they can copy and remove duplicates. But to ease the work, we're going to use the unique formula. So I will type in unique. So when I type unique, it pops up. I double click on it. Okay. And then it tells me, the formula tells me array. Array is our column where we need to select our values. So I will come to the count if sheet where I have my data set. I'll go to my column where I'm interested.
Okay.
Yeah, so here I have the countries. That's the column where I'm interested. So since I don't want country to appear on the sheet where I have to copy my data, I will select the first country. That's why I did not select from the top.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, so I select from the first country, which is USA. So when I click on USA, I don't want to click and drag to the bottom of the column. So that's why I will use my keys, Control Shift down arrow to select everything on that column.
Okay.
Yeah, so Control Shift down arrow will select everything for me on that column. Yes. So what I will do next is to close my bracket and hit enter. So I'll have the different countries here. So we can check. We see that we have 47 row because our first row is occupied with the heading. So we have 46 countries. That is using the unique formula.
Yeah, well done.
Is it understood?
Very well, sir.
All right. Okay, can we move on?
You can continue, sir.
All right. So what we want to do here now is to assign, to know the number of mail from USA who bought product 1. So we are going to use the COUNTIFs formula. So let's enter our formula. COUNTIFs. I have it here. So now, when I enter the count if formula, what does it tell me? It says criteria range 1. Our criteria range 1 is the gender column. So we come to our sheet where we have our data set. We select our criteria range 1 because we want to select to have the different number of males who bought product 1. So what we're going to use is the column where we have our gender, the columns where we have our countries, because we are going to look for the values based on the countries, and equally the column where we have products, because we are going to select the number of males who bought the different product. That's product 1, product 2. So now here, when I come here, I will select where I have the gender. I'll select my criteria range 1, which is the column where I have gender. So I select it. When I select it, it will indicate C is to C. So now what I have now is criteria range 1 has been selected. I will do what? I will separate it with a comma to go to the other criteria. Now here I have criteria 1. So now I've selected my criteria range, which is the column where I have gender. What is my criteria? My criteria now is the gender I want to select, which is the male. So now I will put in column, in quotes, I will put male. I will put male in quotes. So that is my criteria 1, and this is my criteria range 1. So when I put male, I separate it again with a semicolon, and then here I have criteria range 2. What is my criteria range 2? My criteria range 2, I will not go to country because I want to reference the cell where I have countries from my working sheet. So now I will go to product. I will choose product first. So my criteria range 2 is product, the column where I have the products. I will separate with a comma, and then they say here criteria 2. So my second criteria here is, I'll put it in quotes, product 1. I'll say product 1. Product 1. I separate with a semicolon again. Then I have criteria range 3. Criteria range 3, now I'm going to select our country. So I select country. I separate with a comma, and I have criteria range 3. Criteria range 3 now, I'm not going to select or to type in the country I want. I would rather go back to our sheet and select it from here so that I will be able to drag for it to have the different numbers with respect to our cell reference here. So now I will click on the cell A2 to reference USA. So after that, I will close my bracket and hit enter. It gives me 0. It gives me 0. Okay, our product here is wrongly spelled.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I correct that, that's what I have. So are there questions? Should we repeat that again?
You can repeat that, sir.
All right, let me repeat that. So actually, from what we just did, we can see that we have 6 mil from USA that order product 1. So let me repeat back. Let's take it again. So here we want to know the number of mil from USA that bought product 1. So what we're going to use is the count ifs formula. So I take it again. I type in my formula, count ifs. Count ifs. Here I have criteria range 1. I want to start exploiting my formula. Criteria range 1. My criteria range 1 is, I go back to my data set. Criteria range 1, I will start with the gender. The gender, I select the genders column. So when I select this column, I will separate with a comma. So here I have criteria 1. After selecting the criteria range, I come to criteria 1. My criteria 1 is that from this genders column, I want to select only the male. So I will put in quotes. I will type in male. I close. Are we following?
Very well, sir.
All right, I'll separate again with a semicolon, and then I have here criteria range 2. Criteria range 2, I'll select the column where I have my products. I'll select products. So now my criteria 2 is product 1 in quotes, always in quote when we have to do with text. So I'll put it in quote, product 1. Product 1, I close. Then I separate with a semicolon. I have here criteria range 3. Criteria range 3 is where I have my country. So I will select the column where I have country. And then I separate with a comma. The country now, which is the criteria range 3, I will not type it, but I will go back to the sheet where we are working so that I can reference the cell. So I will reference this cell USA, that's A2, and I will close my bracket and hit enter. Are there questions? Is it understood?
Very well, sir.
All right.
Someone is asking semicolon. Why? Why do you use semicolon?
Yes, I use semicolon. Yes, instead, it depends the version of Excel you're using, because some people may be requested to enter comma instead of semicolon. But when you look at my formula, when you look at my formula here, you see that what separates the criteria from each other is a semicolon.
Is a comma.
So if I
okay.
not a comma, yeah. So if I use a comma, it won't work for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so it might work for you, but it will not work for me, since on my formula tab here I have semicolon that separates the different criteria.
Okay, I don't know why, but maybe different products
versions.
Have different
Yeah. Exactly. So if we have this answer here, we can just double click on it for it to go through.
Yes.
So if I double click on it, it will fill down.
Yeah.
So we can see that 2 made from Japan bought product 1. So now, following the first assignment, or our classmate who just did before me, that's for Carl Eve female, he was like trying to say we can copy this from here. But now, what I was trying to say, he can better use the dollar signs to be able to avoid the relative movement of the cell. Because if we followed last lesson, that's last week, our tutor, yes, he said we can lock the cells. So I will use this example here. See, if I drag from here to here, you see it has copied the formula, but you see that it has moved the cell relatively. Here I have C is to C, but when I come here, I'll have D is to D. You see that the cells has moved relatively, the columns, I mean.
Yeah.
So we want to avoid this relative movement and equally avoid repeating the same formulas. So I want to put the formula in such a way that I can easily drag for all. If I'm to enter the formula for product 1, come into product 2, enter the same formula, go on to product 3, it will take much time. So what I will do, I will come back to this product 6. Since I do not want this cell to change, this column to change, I want to block it, to lock it. What I will do is that I will select this area and hit F4. You see, when I hit F4, what comes into the formula? The formula automatically, Excel automatically inserts the dollar signs.
Yes.
So when I hit F4, I have the dollar sign that appears in the formula, meaning I have locked that column, so it cannot move relatively again. So if I drag from here, you see that though you will still give me 0, but this column has not changed. This other column has changed, this one has changed, and this cell has also changed. You see, instead of the A2 that we had, it has gone to B2.
Yes.
So I have to block those columns so that it will not move relatively. So
Okay.
yeah, I will come back to this formula and ensure that I lock all these columns. F4, or you manually insert the dollar sign.
Yeah.
We'll come here and lock the cell. That is F4. And here where I have A, I will lock only the column, but I will not lock that cell. Because if I lock everything here, it will only remain on this A. I will not be able to double click so that it will go through, it will go down. So I will
Yes,
lock
yes.
only the column A and allow that cell to move relatively.
Yes.
So on that column A, I will put the dollar sign before the A, and I will hit enter.
And leave the row. Okay.
Yes, and I will leave the row. So when I come here, I drag here. You see that it gives me the same 6. It hasn't given me 0 as before.
Yeah, you're right.
So do you know why it gives the 6? It gives 6 because here we have product 1. So if I just change this 1 to 2, I will have the exact value, the exact number of mail from USA that order product 2. So let's change this from 1. Sorry. We are not changing it from this formula. We are changing it from this cell 2, under product 2, I mean. So I come here, I change this, that's product 2, and I hit enter.
Okay, do you think if you change from the formula, it will still give you the same answer? It will give you.
If I change from
the formula in the formula bar, just click on that 4. You see on your
I changed on the formula bar. Yeah, that's where I changed. But the problem is that when I earlier changed, it was on cell 1, on product 1. So you need to click on this product 2 before changing.
To change it. Yeah.
Yes, before you be able to multiply. So now here I can double click, it will go down.
Okay, move to the product 3. Let's see.
Yeah, when I move to column 3, I just drag. It will copy the same thing. And then when I come here, I just simply change from 2 to 3 and I hit enter.
Okay.
So
and you drag again.
Click. Yes, I double click. And I take it here. I come here, I put product 4.
Okay. That was wonderful.
I come here, I put product 5.
Okay. I think this is the best way to use the copy and paste method. This is the best way. You have to lock the cells and the columns. The rows and the columns, I mean.
You see that that last time we will fill everything on this sheet. We fill the table rather than copying manually to paste and edit. So you just lock the cells and the columns.
Yeah, so that it won't move. Yeah.
Wow.
That was interesting. Someone said he has a concern. Let me see. Okay, Alexandra, you can state your concern. Then to be read out.
So when we look, we have filled everything. Everything is filled. Yeah, are there
Someone
questions?
said she doesn't understand. Yeah, someone said she doesn't understand how to lock the cells and the rows and columns. If you can just repeat that. I don't know if there's time, but if Mr. Ike did not
If
object to that, you can just go ahead.
if Mr. Okay is okay with that, then we can explain it again. If there's no time, then we're going to explain it directly from here. Okay.
If there's no time, probably the videos will be available too.
Yeah, the
Record, I
videos
think
are going
it's
to be
recording.
available. I took a clear example from here where we dragged and we saw how the cells change. So if I drag from here to here, it's because I've locked it already. I've locked it already.
Yes.
So it will be difficult for me to come back because I will need to remove the dollar signs again.
Okay.
All right, let me just remove it from this cell so that I can explain. Mr. AK, please, we are begging. Let me just quickly do that so that they get to understand.
Okay.
Okay, see, this is our formula without the dollar signs. So now if I hold here and drag here, you see, I have 0 here, I have 0. You see that from here, from this original formula, we had here, column C is to C, column H is to H, and we had here column E is to E, and here we had cell A2. But when we come here, we see that after dragging, as we've moved from left to right, the columns and the cell has equally moved from left to right. So we want to avoid that movement. You can bear with me that this formula has equally moved. Here we had C is to C, and then now we had C is to D, and this one has moved from H to I. Equally here, it has moved from E to F. And here that we had A2, it has moved to B2. So we want to avoid this movement. In order to facilitate us things. So in order to avoid this movement, what we do is we insert the dollar signs. You can insert it manually as well as you can use your keyboard shortcut. Your keyboard shortcut is F4 for the dollars. So I can increase, if I put dollar here, you see that if I use only, I've inserted dollar before the D, that's the column D. So if I drag here, you see that from here, my column D hasn't changed. But here, my column...
but others changes.
Yeah, the others has changed because I have not inserted the dollar sign before the columns. So always make sure you block your columns to avoid the relative movement as our lecturer was explaining last time. So are there questions?
Well done, sir. Let me see.
So if there are no questions, we're going to sum everything here to confirm that we are actually doing the right thing.
Okay.
So here I'm going to type total, and here I'm going to here we're going to type total. Okay, total here. Let me arrange it so that it looks good. Okay. So here we're going to enter our formula. So our formula is we want to sum everything on this table and compare with the number of mail we have from our data set. So how many mail do we have on the data set? Please put in your the answer on the comment section. Okay, here we're going to use the sum formula. So I will enter my formula equals to sum. So I will hold here, I will select here. So I'll select everything on that table and close the bracket, then hit enter. So you see here, what we have as total is 219. So 219 meals from the different countries. So is our answer right? Is it actually what we have there?
It's correct, sir.
All right. So if it is correct, then we are done with our assignment. I think this is what was asked from us.
Well done, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think there are no other questions from.
All right. If there are no other questions, we want to believe that everybody understood.
Okay, Samuel, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And thank you.
You did an excellent presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so let me just listen to Alexandra. She has continually said she has concern. She has concern. Alexandra,
All right.
okay. Alexandra, please unmute.
Okay, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Thank you for the presentation. But I find that the table, the data you represent is different from my data. When I did the count if for the female, I actually found that the USA product 1 is 0 for female, and also product 1 is 0 for male. And when I go to the mother document where we are extracting all this data, and I'm just skimming through the mother document, and by visualization, when I look at USA, I actually see they do not have product 1 for either male or they just don't have product 1, irrespective of either whether it's male or female. So my table for count if female under USA product 1 is 0. And
Okay.
for male also product 1 is 0.
So I think
Because I see your table is 6.
so.
And when I go to the mother document, could I kindly complete? When I go to the mother document where we are extracting all this data, I don't know if it's your computer, it's mine, there's distraction from the background. So when I go to the mother document where we have the data replicated up to 500 or something, if you go through products, you will actually see that USA does not have product 1. USA has product 8, product 6, product 7, product 5, product 3. You go down, product 7. So I've gone through the whole sheet, and there is 0, irrespective of whether it is male or female.
Okay, Alexandra, for the sake of time, let me jump in there. So you went through the 500 customers and you did not see any female or male customer that bought product 1?
Yes.
Okay.
For USA. And
So-
when I did my tabulation using count if and using the formula, because I don't think my formula is wrong, it gave me 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because of time, I would have said let's do that. Let's check. So please tomorrow, before we start or before we go far, just remind me so that we'll check that out. Yeah. But if it's telling us 6 and 6, then definitely it means we have 6 females that bought product 1, and for males and for females, and then for males too, it means we have. But we'll check it out all together so that we know maybe it's your own data set. But I definitely don't think that's true. But we'll check it out in class. So tomorrow, please, let's try and join in on time so that we can do. There's nothing else we can do. So I know some of us still have questions, so we'll entertain that and we'll move from there tomorrow. Thank you very much. I think it was an excellent section. I believe most of us we've learned a thing or two. So tomorrow we can take it up from there. Yes, the class was recorded and the recording will be dropped. So I'll definitely drop it. Okay, thank you very much. I want to say good night to everyone. Please tomorrow, let's try to join in on time. This person saying resubmit assignment. Did you? You didn't do your assignment correctly. You want to resubmit? You still have till 12 p.m. tomorrow. You want to resubmit? No problem. Okay, good night, everyone. Thank you all for joining. Until tomorrow. Please, let's join in on time.